You guys, there's a free tool that is completely underused, underutilized, and looked over a lot of the time, but I use it every day in my life to do more in every area of my life, not just business, not just as a mom. This is everything that you need to know to do more in your life with less time. Let's dive in. Hey guys, I'm Gwendolyn. I'm the content creator's best friend, and I am here to simplify your life with content creation so that you can get back to what's most important in your business and brand. I am on this channel every single week giving you things that can help you with efficiency with time, efficiency with your business, your life, and everything in between. So I hope that you subscribe to this channel and you're enjoying what you see here. So today we're talking all about something that is completely underutilized. It is the best organizational tool that nobody really is using correctly. And it is how I do more in my life and business with the least amount of time, because I really don't have a lot of time to do stuff in my business. When things are normal and we're not in quarantine, I have less than 20 hours a week without my kids. And that may be more than you have without your kids, or maybe you don't have kids and you're just unorganized. Whatever it is, my time is very short when it comes to running my business. But in addition to that, I have other things going on in my life. I have a home that I have to keep up with, and I have doctor's appointments to get my kids to, and all the things. So this little tool and the way that I'm going to show you how to use it is really going to streamline your life and help you do more in less time. If you haven't figured it out, we're talking about the checklist. I think it's used completely wrong. Nobody is using it correctly, especially with the tools that we have at our fingertips right now with smartphones and so many other tools. So I'm going to go into the tools a little bit later, but first, it's how you organize your checklist that's really going to help you be more efficient. So let me know in the comments below, do you have a checklist that you kind of keep up with, or do you write it on all sorts of different things? Are you like an envelope writer or whatever's around, a sticky note or whatever? How do you organize your checklist? So number one for organizing a checklist so that you can get more done in less time is to make a category list. What are the things you need a checklist for? Is it your business or brand? Is it your hobby? Is it your family? Is it your shopping list? Is it your grocery list? What are all the lists that you would need instead of creating one long list where every category is in one list and everything kind of gets lost in a checklist? I want you to create categories that your list would go into. So I'm going to show you how I do mine and where I put it. So first of all, that's the first step. You can do this digitally in your notes in your phone or Google Drive or on a piece of paper. I don't care. But what are you creating lists for? What are the categories that you need a list for? Now that you have your categories, number two, I want you to keep your list in one place. So stop creating lists on random pieces of paper, sticky notes in your phone, and also digitally in all the places. You started a new app that's supposed to keep you organized, whatever it is, stop using it in a million places. Designate one thing. You can do this digitally, and I'm going to show you how I do it because I always have my phone on me. And if you're like me, you probably do too. It's in your pocket, it's in your purse, it's with you in the kitchen, it's always with you. So if you have something that you know is always going to be with you, like a smartphone, I recommend that being your designated place for your list. If you are also someone who writes, I really like the option of a list in one of these types of spiral bound notebooks. The reason I like the spiral bound notebook best is because the spiral bound means that it can lay flat on my table when I'm working on my desk or working with my kids, whatever the case may be. It also is split down the middle, so I can use one page for one category for a really long time, and I just rip it off when I'm done. But again, I have switched to the digital version of this. Even though I am a planner person through and through, I really like analog, I like pen and paper, but honestly, because my phone is always with me, it is the designated space for my brain dumping, for the things that just pop into my mind and being able to put them in the right category in my phone. Okay, so now that you have your list of categories that you need a checklist for all the things that come to mind, and you have a designated place for it, now you're gonna make separate pages for each category. And I'm gonna show you how to do that in my phone right now. Okay guys, I'm just gonna open notes up in my phone, and if you have an iPhone, it looks just like this. And I have a lot of notes, as you can see, over 150. So I made a new folder, and you can do that at the bottom. I just called mine My List, and I'll show you what categories I have inside. So here I have home, personal, family, groceries, work, my top 3, which I can show you guys that as well. But basically, I have a list of things that I want to remember about my business to do daily, weekly, monthly, or just to keep in mind as a goal. And then at the top is my normal checklist for the week. So here's all the cool things you can do. You can add these little bullet points, but they're also checklists. So as you check them off, they can be removed. You can add grids, which is really cool and handy. And you can even add pictures or screenshots if you need them. So let's jump in one of my categories, and I'll show you how the checklist works. You can just check off items and they move to the bottom, or you don't have to have that setting, but I like that setting because it kind of just moves things out of the way that I don't need at the time. And I can just go in and I can add other checklists no matter what I'm doing. Again, this is a completely free app that's just on your phone, and it is so amazing if you utilize it correctly. Obviously, there's a lot of things you can play with inside of Notes, and I hope that you do explore that. But really, all I want you to grasp is that you need a list for each category, and you should probably make a separate folder so they don't get lost inside your notes on your phone. Lastly, I want you to bring your checklist that you have made per category into your time blocking system. Now, if you are not using a time blocking system, don't know what time blocking is or why it's beneficial, check out this video right here. And that is going to really explain to you why time blocking is going to make you more efficient. The number one reason for that is when you are switching from one category to another and you are just working as things come to mind, you're working on urgency instead of importance. That means that you are going to get less done because you are context switching. But basically, once you have your list and you're inside that time blocking segment, you will be able to pull up the list that you should be working on and work down the list. And if you are in a time blocking segment and you have something come to mind that's for a different time blocking segment, all you need to do is go to that page on your phone or your list, write it down, and go back to work in the time blocking segment you are supposed to be in. This will keep you from getting distracted from what you should be working on in that time blocking segment, but it also allows you to not forget what needs to be done when you are in the other time blocking segment. So keep your brain clear of all the clutter that comes in, keep it organized so that when you're ready to work on it, it is in the right place, and then you will be more efficient with your time and with your checklist. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions for me about efficiency with content creation or with your life and business, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you next week.